Hey everyone, grab a cup of coffee, get cozy, and listen to us as we entertain ourselves with some crazy ideas and very therapeutic conversations.
Join us as we dive into our lives through a mix of spirituality, psychology, and some fun along the way. I'm Krystle.
I'm Jolene,
and you're listening to What Lies Beneath.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, go for it.
Oh goodness. I feel like the last 3 episodes I've just been talking so much.
You should be.
But like every time.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not you, it's me. It can only be. We need a guest. Wait. Yeah, we need a guest.
We do need a guest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the last episode, it was like we need to bring a man on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, because we have man questions.
Mm-hmm.
What man should we bring on?
Well, I would like Avi to be on.
I would like him to be on too.
But I think that would be, I mean, he could definitely answer the questions, but I think that would be, I don't know, the questions I would want to ask him are definitely going to be different.
Then
More about like his journey and like.
Yeah. Well, we should still bring him on though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we should schedule that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we still need another man then.
We do need another man. Who could we bring on to ask man questions?
I don't really have many.
Do not say you don't have guy friends. Oh my God.
I do have guy friends, but friends that I would want to ask these questions about.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's different.
Why?
I don't know. I think because I know them so well. I feel like it would just be, I don't know, I'd probably be like less receptive to what
the
they
answers?
have to say.
But would it still not be true?
That's true. It would be, I would just be like, whatever. That's my own personal problem.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. No one comes to mind that we could ask dating and relationship questions from a man. I don't know. I guess we can think about that one.
Okay, let's like narrow it down. What kind of like
questions?
Maybe like what kind of man are we looking for?
I don't think it matters. I just want to ask man questions.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Maybe we can even have a couple on.
Oh,
I don't know how we do. We only have 2 microphones.
We both share.
We'll have to figure it out.
They can share.
So
we can share.
We can have 2 tops then.
They can share and we can share. Okay. Doesn't matter. Just any man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But we should get Avi on because I'm so curious.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's on your mind?
Oh, what's not on my mind? Well, I went to a music festival this weekend.
How was it?
It was fun, and I'm also tired, and I'm also, I don't know, like, I enjoy music festivals and concerts and stuff. They're so fun, but I feel like sometimes I'm chasing this high of like how I used to view them and how, because when I was young, like 18, I started going to these. I was just like going completely drunk, full of energy, taking some substances. And I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
And it's like a completely different experience when I go.
Okay.
And it's still very fun and I still love it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like, why do I want to come to these so often? And I'm like, is that just because I'm sanguine? Or like, what am I, like, because I've been to so many. It's like, what am I don't know. After a while, they all kind of are the same.
I mean, do you have fun?
I do have fun. Is it just the fun? Because there's other ways to have fun.
Yeah. Are you, I guess, what's making you ask the question?
I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. Just in a weird. I'm just like reassessing a lot of things in my life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like what?
Just like decisions I make.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes, well, I know like I'm impulsive.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, what is it going to take to like, I don't think I can completely control how impulsive I am.
Right.
But what is it going to take to get me to slow down before like impulsively deciding to do something?
What is it gonna take? I don't know, you tell me.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why I'm like, why do I want to go to these so much, so often, like all the time?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, if it's for fun, like I don't have to go all the way to San Diego and like, I don't know. It's also draining to a certain extent.
Yeah, I feel you
Right.
on that.
So it's like, yeah.
I don't know, because when I think of like the like impulsiveness, I usually, right, if someone is like starting to like question their impulsiveness, it's because it's getting in the way of something. So I guess that would be my first question, is like, is this getting in the way of anything?
Probably like my clarity with work.
Okay.
But it's not just, well, yeah, it's the impulsiveness in general.
Okay.
Yeah, like half of it is me impulsively doing things, but the other half was like unexpected events that happened the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel out of balance in general. And something that we did discuss before was like structure. And I think now I'm realizing how much my life lacks structure right now. I had a conversation about like work with a coworker and about like commitment and committing to not just like renting studio space, but just committing to the career. Okay. And I was kind of like struggling with that because I was like, I don't know if I want to commit fully to body work.
Why?
Because I also enjoy Reiki and energy healing, and I love personal training still. Like I don't. Okay. And then I thought like, well, okay, these are just two things that recently, like body work and Reiki, just popped up for me last year.
Okay.
Like, what if I discover another thing that I like to do?
Why do they have to be separate?
They're not separate because I do them together. But I guess what I was thinking, like if I wanted to stay working as a contractor for the studio,
okay,
I wouldn't do Reiki technically. Like I wouldn't offer it as like, oh, I do Reiki here.
Why
like
not?
That's because it's not my business and that's not one of the options offered. It's more like sports athlete based.
Okay. But the rate, okay, so I guess my question would be, maybe it's not specifically Reiki, but could Reiki be integrated with the body work? Because I know a lot of people who do that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, that's something that I was like, in my head, it was like a big deal. And I was like, I don't know what I want to do. And I don't know how I'm going to do this. And da 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 da. But I think it was ultimately not even about that. It was just about committing to my work and committing to serving people and in the field, just in general, like
serving people.
Well, yeah, like offering my services to people. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And that was, I think I made like excuses for committing to that. Okay. By being like, well, I don't know how I want to do it. And it's like, well, the how will come if I just commit to the why, which is like, I want to help people with their pain, their, healing, their journey. And yeah, I had a conversation on the phone today and she kept bringing up commitment. And I was like,
okay,
resisting it at first. And then I was like, no, she's definitely right. Like, I'm avoiding the commitment of like my career and choosing this as my path. And I told her, I was like, I think I'm scared to commit because what if I change my mind? But then I was like, but if I commit and then change my mind, that's a whole lot better than whatever the fuck I'm doing right now. Like not committing and being in this like in between. So I just decided, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to commit. I'm like, if I change my mind later, whatever, I change my mind later. But at least right now I have like a path.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious, like, what does the commitment look like to you? Or what actually does it look like, even just from like a schedule standpoint?
So that's something that I've been trying to figure out. And I've also sent a brief message to like my personal training clients about that. And like, I'm going to take steps to fully go into body work.
Okay.
And that's where the structure comes in. Like if I have a structure for like, these are the days I do body work. These are the days I personal train. And I don't like know, what do you say? Non-negotiable. Like they're non-negotiable. I'm not going to interchange. I'm not going to go out of my way to make time for someone at the bodywork studio when I have training clients or vice versa.
Yeah.
That would be ideal.
Yeah. This way you can do both.
That way I can do both. Exactly. Because that's what I would like to do. I would like to continue personal training, but I can't keep doing it the way that I've been doing. Like
just this. Kind of like it is what it is and it comes when it comes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was something that was just all today.
That's really good though.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
So I'm curious, what started the conversation, or like what prompted it?
So, well, this has been a conversation I've been having with her for a while now. And I think I brought it up to you too, of like, I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I want to stay here. I don't know if I want to like go
Which
my
is
own.
the conversation I have with every freaking sanguine. My sister, my friends, my coaching clients. It's always, I don't know what I want. Yes. Yes. Continue.
Yeah. And it started when she told me that the other practitioner decided to fully go independent.
Okay.
And at that point I was like, well, if they're going independent and she doesn't want to like manage other people anymore, I was like, where does that leave me? So I was like, I should probably go independent too. So I thought about it and I was like, okay, I'll go independent. But then it was like, independent from her business.
Oh, so you, okay.
Because right now I'm a contractor for LA Bodywork.
Okay.
Independent would mean that I'm not affiliated with
LA
Bodywork.
Would you still go into the studio?
Well, that's the conversation was like, I will pay rent at the studio to have my business at the studio.
Oh.
Yes.
Dude, that seems like the best of both worlds. Because if it's your business, you can do your business however you want.
Yeah.
Including Reiki.
Yeah.
You can offer whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, she did mention that. I guess for me it was like, well, I have a space here at my house. So why should I, like in my head I'm kind of like, why should I pay rent when I don't need to?
Safety.
Yeah.
That's like the first thing that pops into my head is safety.
Yeah. I think for me it was more about, well, yeah, I think I would have wanted to rent space, but not like for the whole month. Like I rent a day or I rent like a few days a week or something.
Okay. Yeah. I see. Yeah. Okay.
But I just decided to like, I don't know, just go all in on it anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. In that, I guess, did you reach out to any references?
No.
Oh. It would have been a good opportunity.
That would have. Well,
Yeah.
when I talked to her on the phone today, that wasn't originally what we were going to talk about.
Okay.
It just came up like, oh, we should like meet again and talk, like discuss what you want to do.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, I kind of have time right now.
Okay.
Otherwise, I don't know when I would have
Yeah.
gotten a hold of her. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
but yeah, that would. You're right. It would have been a good opportunity to get a reference from
Someone who is a controller or an analyzer.
Controller or an analyzer. I don't need more analyzer, do I?
In this area, you do.
Okay. I get it. Okay. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Okay. Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because like two things like came into my head as you were kind of like describing the experience. And the first thing is like I feel like it's a sanguine dilemma of like, but what if something better and different comes along? Right? Because sanguines chase experience. And sanguines struggle with freedom. The second that their freedom feels restricted or like it could be restricted, they don't like it.
Yeah. Yep. That is very accurate. That is very on point.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even think it's like, it's like if I assume or think that my freedom could be restricted from it, it's not even that it would be. It's just like the thought of it happening. I'm like, ew, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm noticing also in relationships.
Well, that would actually make a lot of sense.
So,
because like within relationship, that does restrict your freedom. Oh, you know what? You actually bring up something. I'm glad you brought that up because you're absolutely right. That will show up in relationship. And what you get to communicate to your partner is that this is how you are, and you do need some space within the relationship to still be that way. Like they will have to understand, like just in the way that I'm emotional, and that's not going to change. This is something fundamental about you that is not going to change. And while you don't want it to take over the relationship, because that's not going to work, you do need some space within the relationship for that to be allowed.
Yeah, I do.
That will be like a non-negotiable.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had, other than my first serious long-term relationship, the other ones, not that they had to convince me to like commit to the relationship, but they kind of had to be like, what's going on? Like, what do you mean? Like, we're already like serious. What's the big deal about like committing to this? I was kind of like, I don't know.
You will need space within the relationship to like fully be in your sanguineness, whether that's like your energy, that's like the 0 to 100, right? Or that's like literally like you just need space to like, I don't know, do whatever the heck you're gonna do, right? You will need space within the relationship to be who you are, while also understanding how to balance that with your partner's needs. Yep. So you definitely can't be with somebody who's going to send you right into shame about it, which is exactly what almost every single choleric will do.
So I can't date a choleric.
I mean, you could, but like they need to have some promoter.
Okay.
Yeah, because they need to understand. Yeah, like I think maybe you need to be with someone who's either easygoing or they have some promoter to them so they understand. Maybe.
Just a thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, I don't want to think about dating, but one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Let me get my head on straight with work, and then I'll think about dating. Just think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny too because like I have some sanguine friends and I'm just like I would trade lives with them in a heartbeat. But I know that their experience feels very suffocating at times. And I know it's because they're a sanguine. Whereas I'm like, I would love that level of stability and predictability. Like, I love stability and predictability.
Yeah.
Like, please, those are two non-negotiables for me. Like, if someone asks me what I need within relationship, I need stability and I need predictability.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me feel safe. That makes me feel calm.
Mm-hmm.
That is death for a sanguine.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh my God, shoot me in the head now. This is boring.
Yeah, I get bored.
Yeah. No, I want to get bored. I mean, just a little bit though. Not too bored. I do have a subsanguine, but
Yeah. Yeah, I would, if we were like at home, like spending a lot of time at home, not really going out, not doing anything exciting, I'd be like, can we like do something? I like need to change it up. Like, this is not like, I'm cool with watching TV one night and staying in.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
like the next weekend, we gotta go do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You need someone. I almost want to say I want to say probably someone who's a little promotery, because if you have someone who's easygoing, on the downside of easygoing is they're so easygoing they don't take initiative. You don't want that.
Mm-mm.
So
No.
I don't know,
I
a choleric
guess.
promoter,
I mean,
a false fire promoter.
Oh, I don't know if I could
I
date
mean,
a
I don't know any
false
good looking
fire.
I don't.
I don't know if I could date a false fire. I have so many false fire friends.
Could you be with another sanguine, a melancholic promoter,
I don't know.
like a Brian type?
I've never met anyone like that. I don't know any melancholics
Do I
personally.
Do I know like a mel promoter?
I guess the only Mel I know is Dan.
He's
all the way. He's all the
right?
way in New Jersey or something. I think he just moved actually. Hi Dan, if you're listening.
Hey Dan.
Wait, we should have him on the podcast.
We so should. We should invite
We should
him.
have okay.
I like
we'll
him.
have Dan.
Okay, Dan, we're officially going to invite you.
You're on the podcast. You have
Yeah.
no choice.
Yeah, I think he listens. I think he sees the clips. Okay, all right.
Okay, a melancholic promoter or see, but the thing about I guess
My mind's just kind of like spinning now because like they'll give you the really deep conversations you crave.
they would.
Totally.
But would there be
there would be like that biological.
Is there though?
I mean, I think so. I don't know.
I don't
Possibly.
either.
Possibly. Well, actually, no, I think so. Like, I think you will always be physically attracted to the opposite. Just from a biological standpoint, I'm pretty sure that's true.
I really wish I knew more melancholics.
I know. I don't know
To,
a
like,
whole
reference.
lot either. I mean, I know some at work, but like, no, they're engineers. You don't want that.
I mean, it's not very far off from what I normally go for.
No, they're so analyzer.
Two analyzer?
Two.
I'm already an analyzer.
Two analyzer.
I don't need more analyzer. I'm analyzer enough for the both of us. Especially if they're already melancholic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, All right, I'm gonna keep my eye out for some Mels.
Or choleric promoters.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
I've found that the more I look into and try to do biotypes, that the harder it is for me to identify people. I'm like, how is that so?
What is that? What's the Dunning-Kruger effect? The more you know, the more you realize you don't know.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Because
Yeah.
there's people that I'm like, oh, this person's for sure this.
Yeah.
And then like I'll have a conversation with you and you're like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then like even after we went through everything about me, now I'm looking at other people that I thought were phlegmatics and I'm like,
you're wondering?
yeah, because I'm like, well, they have similar proportions, features. They have this, they have that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think they're probably a sanguine too.
You know, it's funny because like I feel like I went through a cycle. I went through a cycle of like thinking I had certainty and then to a cycle of like I have absolutely no certainty. This is too freaking hard.
Yeah.
To like now I'm back at like certainty, because the more you read, the more you just get better and better at like seeing the differences. Like I think one realization that came from me reading you is like the difference between a sanguine subphlegmatic and a phlegmatic subsanguine is that this is going to sound terrible, but the sanguine may depending on like how strong the 5% is, the sanguine will look soft, but they won't look flabby. The phlegmatic will look flabby. And that sounds terrible, but it's true.
Well, I mean, the way that they hold fat on the body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After you pointed out the whole like muscle pushes out the fat thing, I can't unsee it. Everywhere I'm going, I'm like phlegmatic.
Yeah. You can tell easily.
And then I'm like, oh, this person's a sanguine, but they definitely are subphlegmatic because they have like after we did the reading on me, I was like, it made it more clear.
Yeah. Those are the little things that like you accumulate more and more of like those little tidbits, and then it just gets easier.
The one that I'm still confused with is melancholics and cholerics.
Okay.
Because I did send you that video.
Yes.
Because I was like, I'm pretty sure Ro said that melancholics build the V shape when they work out.
They can build the V shape. But okay, so they can build the V shape. So I guess this would be a good way to look at it. They will look like a Dorito, meaning their shoulders.
Oh my god!
An upside down Dorito. Their shoulders will be square.
Or cholerics.
If Mel's.
Okay.
If they build muscle.
Okay.
Their shoulders will be square, and then they can get like the lats and the slim waist. But if it's a choleric, the shoulders are not square.
Yes, they're dipped down.
Yes, they're dipped down, but that V shape is natural.
Okay, that makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
I gotta go do some research out in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I do this anywhere I go, but like at the music festival, you're around so many people.
I know, it's great.
And like, you know, people wear, especially when it's hot out, people wear more revealing clothes. Or if they wear clothes at all. And so I was able to like be like, oh yeah, this person's this person's that. But yeah, I think melancholics and cholerics still confuse me sometimes.
Yeah, just look at the shoulders and the proportions.
Yeah. I guess also it's not just, it was similar to like phlegmatic, subsanguine, sanguine, subphlegmatic. I think choleric submel and mel subcholeric confuse me. Because I think with sanguine subcholeric and choleric subsanguine, there's very clear,
it's easy to see
distinction. You can tell. But with I don't know, with choleric and Mel, it's just more confusing for me right now.
Look for the bone. Look for the amount of definition. Also, you can tell in the shoulders. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I can probably show you a picture of like a Mel shoulder is, it's this typical look. I don't know how to describe it. I'd have to show you a picture of a like a Mel shoulder, but you just look at the shoulder and you're like Mel.
Okay.
Especially if they have the bone.
Yeah, the bone. But I feel like sometimes cholerics have.
I don't know. I'd have to see a picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if I find one, if I find a picture, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah. And but then also too, you have the whole layer of culture, like, or ethnicity, I should say, because even the biotypes across certain ethnicities, there's some subtle differences, like Asian cholerics, Latin cholerics, arms aren't as long, still long, but might not be as long.
Right. And then I remember we were looking at the biotype of someone who was black.
They will always have long arms.
Yeah.
Unless they're sanguine.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
it's, yeah.
Oh, did I text you this the other day? But I was like, another thing that threw me off is like I have a tiny ass head.
Yeah.
But
did you have a head? Did you have a tiny head when you were a baby?
I don't know.
Ask your mom.
Okay, I will.
Because my daughter, I would say she has a pretty, I think my head's bigger than hers. But when she was a baby,
she had a big old head.
She was in the 99th percentile
Oh my God.
for head circumference.
I need to ask my mom.
It was funny.
And I did ask my parents if I talked a lot as a kid, and they said no.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask them like what ages.
I said like when I was like little, and they were like, yeah, no.
Okay.
But I do know, like when I was in like grade school, whenever I'd hang out with my friends and we would just be like, you know, kids doing whatever. Oh my God, I was so talkative. Like I know that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, you know, it's funny because you make me think of my sister. My sister and my brother, actually, both, I want to say, were not, at least from what I can remember, I don't think they were big talkers when they were younger. At least I don't think. But we also didn't grow up in the best environment. So they're talkers now. I mean, they don't shut up. They interrupt.
I would say I do that a lot.
I don't think you do it enough.
Really?
Do it more.
I feel like I do it a lot.
No.
Sometimes I listen back to our like podcast episodes. I'm like, oh my God, Joe, shut up about yourself.
No. That's how you should. You should be like, go, Joe.
That's so strange. That's so strange. I'm always thinking about like how much I talk about myself. I'm like, you need to stop.
So you get to continue to work on taking up space. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I do it now, but
that's good.
Then I like situations like this where I'm hearing it back. I'm like, why are you just always talking about yourself?
I think that, you know what? I think everyone has a problem listening back to like recordings or like things of themselves. I think it's just like a everybody thing.
Maybe. I guess everyone has something that they, like something that I notice I do, I don't know if I do it so much anymore, but I notice that I do it still. It's like someone will talk about a situation that happened or something that they did, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've done that, like trying to relate to them, I think. But then I'm like, you don't need to talk about, like, that's what I'm saying, like, you don't need to talk, like, why are you talking about yourself so much? Like, just let them have that moment.
I feel like that's actually kind of sanguine.
Really?
Yeah. But I do like the observation that you made from it. Only because it relates to like what it really means to like listen and be a supporter,
Yeah.
right? Especially when I'm trying to make that distinction with people who are controllers, and they're like, "Oh, I listen to all the time. I listen all the time," but I think one of the ways that people try to connect with people is by like making them feel like they're not alone in their experience, and like also sharing. And that's actually not a supportive quality.
Yeah.
A supportive quality would be just listening to their experience and holding space without sharing your own.
Yeah. And that's what I think I was like, why are you talking about yourself so much? Like, let them have that moment.
I think it depends. I think it depends on the moment that they're having. Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. I guess if it's something like very obviously very deep for them, and like, you know, I don't think I try to do that. But if it's something like casual, I'm like, oh yeah. I guess we're our own worst. Well, I'm my own worst critic. So,
well, that'd be the analyzer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That analyzer.
I know. I need to get out of my analyzer more.
In what ways?
In just every freaking way. I want to be more dominant. Yep.
Well, let's pull up your list.
I know.
Let's pull up your list.
And the thing is that I don't think I have a problem with any of it. Like, I think the issue, like, to me, I'm so clear. And if someone's a false fire controller or a false fire analyzer, it is so obvious. And I want to be more of a, I want to be more dominant, especially at work. Bring up, suggest, request, create limits, take lead, clarify, demand, be seen. See, I don't think I have a problem with any of that. I think for me, I don't have a problem with any of those. Like, nothing comes up for me. I don't have any resistance. I think there's just skills I'm realizing I want to work on.
Like what?
That I didn't learn. I mean, one of them is definitely communication skills. And I don't mean like communicating. I mean like how I communicate. Especially in like work situations. Just being able to communicate very clearly, and also in a more dominant way. Because you can tell when someone is a little more is going about it in like a more easygoing way, and you can tell when someone is going about it in a more dominant way. And I want to work on going about conversations in a more dominant way. Because I mean, like just people that I work with are coming to mind who I feel like speak very well in certain situations. And I'm like, fuck, I wish I was more like that. So
are they your reference people?
I mean, totally. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Can you give like I want to get a better idea of what you're talking about specifically. Like, can you give an example of something that you wanted to communicate that you want to be more dominant in?
I'm thinking of like something. So they're very good at interrupting. And like not in a rude way. They're very good at interrupting. Like with confidence, not hesitation.
That sounds more promoter.
They're very clear in what they're saying. Like, there's no questioning, there's no wishy-washiness in their language. I think a lot of it comes down to like tone and language. Like, they don't use easygoing language, and they're very clear. They're very clear, concise, direct, without being rude.
So easygoing language, is that like filler words?
Filler words, inviting words, suggestive. They don't do any of that.
But suggest is one of the controller.
Suggestive language.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, they don't do that. So there are certain situations where I'm like, I need to be more like that. I want to be more like that.
Are they cleric, or are they just controller, or they just have the skill set?
I think they all have a lot of dad. A lot of dad. Because so this is what I witness, but the energy that I feel is like these people don't question if they belong in places. They're so comfortable in the spaces that they occupy. Like, you can tell they feel safe. That's 100% dad. Because dad, someone who has a lot of dad, they don't get nervous or back down to like high energy. They learn to feel safe within it. So they're very comfortable, like just in like work type of situations. They're very comfortable in that space where I feel like people who are not dominant or easygoing are not comfortable. So yeah. So it's dad. I'm like, fuck, man. So I think it's a matter of like, it's just learning skills I didn't learn growing up. So yep. That's where I'm at.
Do you have a plan of action? What are your stretches?
Well, I don't have a plan of action in particular. Currently, it's been more of like asking myself, okay, how would this person go about accomplishing this task? And sometimes it is like reaching out to like those people directly for like feedback or like brainstorming, right? To like get their input and ideas and then incorporating that. Yeah.
So what is the challenge for you?
It's just a skill that is new to me. Like it's like they all know how to ride a bike and I never learned. So I have to learn how to ride a bike.
Right. Is it? So I guess it like, right. So you have this bike and you have to learn how to ride it. And you have people to help you learn how to ride it. Is there, you don't have any problem with it? No, you just gotta learn it. There's not like you're scared to fall or anything. Okay.
No, because so like that's how I know that like I've worked through the dad stuff. Now it's just a matter of like learning the skills I didn't learn. Because like I'm over the ego conversations, like looking stupid, being judged. I don't give a shit anymore. Yeah. I'm over all of that.
Can you teach me?
You honestly just have to like, I don't want to say look stupid and be judged, but like you have to do it knowing that you're going to feel stupid. You have to do it knowing that your ego is going to come up for you and you have to do it anyway. Because I will say this, like one of the things that I realized about how I'm experienced is that when I'm in my analyzer, even though I'm in my analyzer mode at work, where it's like I'm literally just there, but I'm in my head, what I learned about how I'm experienced is that because I'm a falsifier and because I give off the energy that I do, people around me feel judged and like they're not good enough. And when I learned that, I had to start stepping out of my analyzer so that I don't create that experience for people. So what I started doing is just literally voicing exactly what is in my head. And it was really hard at first because, okay, this is the way that I approached it. Like I would literally say like, okay, let me just talk this out, and the thing that I really want to say will come out in the end. And I would just like brain dump, but like verbally brain dump. And then the clarifying thought would come and I would say, oh, that's what I want to say. I was like, yes, okay, that last sentence I just said, that's it. And of course I felt stupid. Of course I felt like I'd talk too much, right? Like why can't I just be like clear in the moment or whatever, right? But then what started happening over time is that people would start coming to me to voice their own thoughts or ask me, hey, can I brainstorm this with you? And so the feedback that I would get on my performance reviews is that I'm very conscientious and I'm very thorough. Like I think things through and I'm like, well, yeah, no fucking shit. Right. So what I did was I let people in on like what I'm experiencing instead of just sitting there being quiet and I have all these thoughts. But that's not how I'm being perceived. I'm being perceived as judgmental and I'm just judging everybody. So that's how I had to go about it. Like I had to let people in on like, no, I have got a lot of shit up here and I just don't voice it. But like, no, I'll voice it.
Yeah.
So I forgot like what was the question?
I was like, help me get through the ego shit.
Oh.
Because
you just have to get through it.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing.
I still have that.
Like okay.
Up until now.
I think there's this misunderstanding of like thinking we can achieve the thing by avoiding our ego. Like there's no way around it. You have to do the thing with your ego. And you just keep doing it over and over and over. So yeah, like no, you have to go with your ego.
Yeah.
And you just have to keep going with your ego and keep going with your ego.
Yeah. That's what I tried to do with dating.
Wait, tell me more.
Well, I was like, okay.
Oh, I know.
You know.
Going with your ego.
Yeah, like
I know.
I'm just going to have to deal with whatever my ego is telling me about this person or the situation right now and just be like, whatever. Do it anyways. But it's more of like the work stuff now.
I guess, yeah, go ahead.
Well, like, yeah, like I started an Instagram for, I think we talked about this before, but I started an Instagram for my business. And I made like one post. Yeah. And then I haven't done anything with it. And I used to post for my personal training stuff all the time on my Instagram. But I don't know what it is right now that I'm just, it was probably just the lack of clarity that I had with what I was going to do in general. And that's probably why I wasn't posting. But after today, I think it'll probably be a lot easier.
Yeah. And also too, like, because I'm also like experiencing, like I had to go through that growing pain of like the consistency with social media. only because social media is literally like the biggest piece of my marketing strategy, right? So it's like, well, that's my marketing.
Yeah.
But it's like I had to create a system of like, how do I go about this so that I'm consistent?
Yeah.
And it was definitely, I had to go through like the transition.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
See, as you said that, I'm like, my freedom is gonna be gone, which is not true.
Well, the freedom,
not true,
the
but
freedom won't be gone if you schedule it.
yeah,
Yeah, because well, at least for me, and maybe this might land a little bit, is like when I don't schedule things, then I literally waste all my time overthinking them. So I'm trying to do less of that.
I guess freedom isn't. I mean, I was thinking freedom, but I think more so the spontaneity will be gone. Like I have to schedule in.
Yeah.
That doesn't leave much for.
But you could do both. Like you could do the scheduling, but then if you have moments of inspiration, go with them. Use them.
See, but then that's like that's so contradictory.
No, not really, because that's just extra. Like if I had an idea tonight, I'm going to like either write that idea down or draft the reel, and then I have it for next week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Man, sometimes I'm like, I should just go like move in the middle of nowhere and live off the land.
I know. And it's interesting because like, I don't know if it's summer, but I find myself, man, I should have gotten a job where I have the whole summer off. Just
should have been a teacher. You would have been great at teaching.
Maybe it's not too late. Well, you know,
you could teach a college class.
I know. You know what? Okay, here's the interesting thing. Like, I'm actually going to make a reel about this. Like, I want every freaking person, but especially young people, to know their biotype. Because had I known mine, I would have gone into a very... Had I understood myself better when I was younger, I would have made different choices that are just more in alignment with like my natural nature.
Yeah.
But I didn't know myself in that way.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons. And it's like now I'm in this space where it's like integrating who I am with like my real life. But let me tell you, if I could quit my job tomorrow, oh, I so would. I so would. But, you know, I can't.
I was going to say, just do it. Just
I
do
would
it.
love to. I would love to. But, yeah, no.
Yeah.
No. So, because I would really like the whole summer off. I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a teacher.
Do you have your master's?
No.
No. Okay. Because I think you need a master's to teach at a college, huh?
Yes. Oh, well, no. No. It depends on the college. But, well, because I actually did look into this like a long time ago. And at the time is like, you can be like an associate professor, but you can't be like a full-time professor.
Yeah.
So
It's okay. Your coaching business is going to blow up and then you don't have to worry about it.
Fucking hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all the youngins are going to know about their biotypes.
They need to. And it's funny because like Ro used to always say that like according to Unani medicine, you can't really it's hard to know like the child's biotype until like they start hitting puberty. I don't think that's true at all. I think you know your child's biotype instantly. I mean, I don't know if this is like mommy's intuition, but like I want to say within that first year of life, you already see their temperament.
Right.
And the one thing I'll say is that kids are their biological temperament when they're young.
Mm-hmm.
They are. So when they start changing, that's them trying to create a personality to cover their beliefs and stories.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever they are when they're younger, that's their biotype.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to, I guess I told you already this, but I guess I didn't say this part. The Ayurvedic medicine is like kind of similar to
The doshas?
Yeah.
The doshas?
Well, I think dosha is like one of the things, or are they all dosha? I don't know, but it's like hot, wet, dry,
Yes.
cold.
Yes.
And that's how you treat different things for different people.
Yes.
Like, because the symptoms will present themselves differently.
Yes.
Like I saw some video and it was this woman talking about like, okay, you have a cold. Do you have a sore throat or not? A sore throat means XYZ. If it's not, it means XYZ. If you have the sore throat, then you have to do this and you need like hot. Don't quote me on that, but like,
yeah.
She's like, it's hot. So you don't want any ginger or any cayenne pepper or blah, blah, blah. You want like to cool down.
Yes.
Or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, it made me think of biotypes and the difference.
Well, Unani medicine is influenced by Ayurvedic medicine. And it's funny because if someone tells me what their dosha is and they describe to me like why that's their dosha, I know their biotype. Yep. And I don't even need to see them.
Yeah, you just know.
Just given what is landing with them, you know the biotype.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cool. I am so grateful that I met you. I'm like imagining my 40-year-old self, like if I didn't know that I was a sanguine, I was like, oh, my life would be so I mean, I'm not 40 now, but I'm imagining my life would probably be so different than what it would have been, what it is going to be, knowing that I'm a sanguine.
Totally.
Like crazy.
Yeah, that's very true. Because your life makes sense when you understand your biotype and how your biotype just moves in the world. Yeah, and how everyone else's biotype moves into the world. My God, the amount of suffering I did not have to suffer.
Same. The amount of shame I did not have to internalize.
Yep.
That I'm still like
unraveling.
Like I'll randomly be doing something and think about this moment and like flashback to it. And it'll be like so clear in my mind. And I'm like, why? Like, what am I hanging on to this for? And then I'll realize, oh, because I have shame around it. Like shame around the situation.
Yeah.
And then I can just be like, okay, you don't need to like shame yourself for that anymore. Yeah.
And you know what gets me is like how spot on, like how spot on people's intuitive understanding of biotypes is. Like I think of like the movies like Inside Out. How freaking spot on the emotions match the physical characteristics
Yeah.
of the biotype.
Yeah.
And like even how spot on certain like TV shows are casted.
Yeah.
I'm like, you could not have chosen a more perfect biotype and personality and then matched them together based on traumatic compatibility. It could not be more perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like one show that comes to mind is Modern Family. There's a reason it's like the best show in the world. And like won all the Emmys.
The only couple that I
think it's Emmys.
can remember is like Sofia Vergara's
dude, yes.
character and what's the husband?
Jay.
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah.
Jay.
I just remember you sent me like a clip of it and it was like
so perfect.
She was like talking about like, yeah, I don't love Jay for his looks. And then he was like getting stuff done around the house and he was like yelling at people and she was like,
she's loving it
over him. Like, oh my God. It was so funny.
Yes. It's like there's just some shows like that are casted so perfectly that like you would think that there was a biotypes expert that worked with the casting director.
Right.
Actually, Rodrigo used to do that. We used to do that for Netflix.
Oh, really?
I think like some TV show.
Wasn't it a reality
on
TV
like
show?
Netflix Mexico or something like that? Yeah.
You should do that. I'm just kidding.
That would be a dream job. I have to figure out how to like use this information in like a dream job type of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I mean, it is. Well, kind of. But like, what would that look like?
Whatever you want it to look like. It's your dream.
I know.
You're like, summer's off. Write that one down.
For real. That's what it would look like for sure. I'm trying to figure out how to adapt to summer. I feel like I'm not. I don't know. Like, me and summer aren't jiving yet. I don't know what it is. Like my schedule feels off. My energy feels off. We're not in sync yet.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Is it because you've added on the coaching stuff?
No, I don't think so.
I'm thinking because, well, I always loved summer.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to think why. Because when I was like, oh, yeah, I'm a phlegmatic, I'm like, that makes sense. Because like the sun's out, the warmth.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, well, I mean, yes, I was cold, but and I still consider myself like a sun baby. I love being out in the sun. But I think now I'm realizing it's because all the activities happen in the summer. And it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? Actually, that kind of feels like a little bit of it. Where like I want to be more active, but like in a way that feels good to me. And office life is definitely not active. I would like a job where I'm moving more. Like all day long.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, like,
because sometimes
not moving in like a really hard way though, but like I need more movement throughout the day, you know, and like more interaction. I don't know, whatever that looks like.
Interaction with people?
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that in the office?
People, teams, not in the way that I think I want it right now. Yeah. I'm kind of getting over Teams, like Microsoft Teams.
Oh.
I think I'm getting.
What if you just started calling people?
The same as like people to people interaction. Like I'm kind of getting tired of Teams meetings. And it's like I miss having meetings in a conference room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Teams was like a video call. I thought it was just like the software to like message people.
Everything.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we don't have video because we don't have video on our computers, but yeah, I think I'm getting over it.
Is there any way you can zhuzh it up?
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of something.
Potluck. Everyone brings something and we have a meeting.
Well, the thing is that everyone I work with, though, isn't even in California.
Oh. All right, everyone. Weekend in Palm Springs. Flyer us out here. Just kidding.
Yeah.
You're right. They're East Coast, huh?
Or Arizona.
Dang. Yeah, that does get kind of... I totally feel that with the personability and the interaction.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I was like, potluck.
I know.
They're in the East Coast.
I should, and I'm trying to think of like, okay, so like if I can't get that need fully met at work, or even partially, like I need to figure out something else. So,
ooh, some sort of biotypes thing.
like what?
I don't know. You started a run club. We could start a biotypes club.
Yeah.
Or something.
What would that look like though?
Some sort of activity. And I guess everyone would need to know biotypes. So
yeah. And they have to learn it from Ro.
They have to learn it from Ro?
Or intro.
They learn it from you?
No, I do not have permission to host a workshop.
There's no way to work around that.
I mean, maybe we should edit this part out.
I don't mean work around like
legalities.
Yeah, I mean like maybe work with Ro to get something to do that.
Man, that's so up in the... Oh, actually, I don't know if it's up in the air. I'm just not in the know.
Okay. I do know that they're starting something with MITT.
Yeah.
I just don't know how soon that is. Maybe, I don't know, if we can ask Bruce or something.
Yeah, and I'll follow up with him again. Because I know they were going to start offering the intro.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely need some type of like socialization.
So you're saying you want to hang out with me more?
Yeah. I actually had a thought while I was running yesterday. But then I'm like, wow, but I have no time. I thought about doing like a midweek sunset run. But there's no good day for it. Like literally the only good day would be Friday. But then, so like run Friday and then go to class first thing Saturday morning.
Yeah, why not?
You think so? You think that would work?
Yeah.
Okay, then I have another idea.
Okay.
I think it would be a really good idea, like since I do the run club for F45 South Torrance, I think it would be a lot of fun to like do one run club. Maybe it could be the sunset run, just a summertime thing of like, and like include the other beach cities.
The other beach cities,
like
as in
F45 Manhattan and F45 Hermosa.
Yeah.
So I was gonna bring it up to Mike, but then I was like, but there's no good night. But if Friday night works, I just thought it would be too much.
I don't think so, and I think like if you did it by the beach cities, there's also tons of places around there.
There's so much. We could run in Redondo. We could run in Manhattan. Yeah. We could run in Hermosa.
And usually like a happy hour or something, or like a spot afterwards to like hang out at.
Yeah. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I get some wild ass ideas when I'm running.
That's great.
Like wild. Like they're crazy.
Like how crazy?
Like one wild idea I had, because when I was in Gilbert, I went to F45 Tempe, and they had a run club, and they were going to run after the 6 o'clock class, and when it was like 105, and I was like, that's insane. But I was like, that's so cool. I was like, you guys do a run club too? And I was like, what if we did like a F45 relay where I have no idea what this would look like, But what if we did some kind of like F45 relay where, I don't know, it's like a pass the baton kind of thing where like we'll start at like the West Coast and like Manhattan could run to Hermosa and then Hermosa could run to South Torrance. I don't know where the fuck we'll run. But you just do like a pass the baton thing.
Yeah.
Until we get all the way to the East Coast.
I feel like that would be working better going up.
Or up.
Because then you have Culver City and like Santa Monica and all that.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's so many. Maybe there's too many. Maybe that's not a good idea. I don't know, dude. I get some wild ideas when I run.
No, I think those are great. Are you a projector?
Because a protector?
Projector.
Projector? No,
You're
I'm a generator.
You're a generator. Okay.
Yeah. Because I was thinking of like people who run like literally they run across the U.S. 3,300 some miles. I was like, what if we did something like that, but we ran like gym to gym? That's kind of crazy. There's too many gyms.
Maybe that's a good thing. That's what my mom.
I don't know what I was thinking.
No, those are cool. Why not?
I don't know.
I feel like.
Should I pitch it to corporate?
Why? Why not? Okay, and you know what? Has been running a lot too.
The antisocial. Which
the
one?
That works
The
for
trainer?
corporate.
He's been running,
Yeah, I see.
but
his
not with
Strava
Run Club.
On.
I'm gonna get on his ass.
Yeah, you should.
Tell me about this. Where does he run? I want to see his route.
I don't know. It's gone. It's on his story.
Wait, he's been running? I don't follow him on Instagram.
Him and like a trio.
Oh, no, he's too antisocial.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say he works for corporate.
He does?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think.
what does he do for corporate?
Marketing. I'm pretty sure he still works.
Is he an antisocial person doing the marketing?
Yes.
That's bad.
We should probably cut all this out.
Okay. Okay, we'll cut that part out. But then I was like, okay, I was like, Krystle, like be a little realistic. And I was like, oh, what if we did like a summertime series where we just every Friday night, it's like the opportunity for the beach cities to get together and run.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay, I'll talk to Mike. I don't know if he converses with the other beach owners. No? You don't think so?
Well, when I used to work there, it didn't seem that the owners were at all too friendly with each other.
Why?
But I don't think they're like, I don't know. I don't think they're against each other.
They're just not social. But
They're just not like, it's not like a community of F45s together. It's
it
like,
should be.
It's like each F45 is its own community. I know it should be.
Because that's literally like what they preach.
But I know, but that's the vibe that I get. Like, I went to an F45 studio. My friend who goes to that F45 studio.
Uh-huh.
I feel bad saying the name, but
they should know if they suck.
they don't suck. But like, yes, I've gone to an F45 studio before,
Yeah.
and yes, I know that I look like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's not really a reason to not interact with me.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It's I hear you, because I've gone to F45 Chandler and I've gone to F45 Tempe, and it's a different vibe.
that's what I'm saying. Each F45 is their own vibe, and it's not.
It's true.
It's like their own little community within F45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
And I guess I didn't fit the vibe, so I didn't get interacted with.
Boo.
Boo. Maybe I should just act and like I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
No. I also know that I probably give off a certain vibe when I'm working out. So,
Maybe they didn't feel comfortable.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I could see that too. But you're right. Every gym, the energy does feel different. Yeah. Although I will say I did like F45 Tempe. I mean, the equipment was a little squeaky.
It is. I will give all the F45s the benefit of the doubt. It is so hard to get new equipment for
Really?
F45 because they always prioritize a new gym's opening.
Oh.
And so everything gets sold out and then they don't restock and everyone gets stuck with shitty equipment for a very long time, which is why F45 South Torrance started buying non compliant equipment.
Well, recently, I want to say maybe like
You guys got
2
new.
months ago, everything is new.
Yes.
It's all
and
F45 though.
And that's, yeah, but it took years.
Oh.
It took years to get all that new stuff came out, I think 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. The new kettlebells and all that.
And now they have the High Rock stuff.
Yeah, because they're partnered with High
It's
Rocks.
getting crazy. It's getting crazy up in there.
Hmm.
I mean, it was cool. Although I will say though, they didn't have the cushion on the box jump. I did not jump.
It's just wood.
It was wood. I was like, oh no.
Are those like the new ones now, or?
I don't think
Oh,
so.
you're saying at like Tempe or
At Tempe, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not jumping.
Yeah.
I
mean-
have 2 scars on each shin, and that's plastic.
I will say that regardless if you have like the cushion box or not,
Fucking
the
hurts.
corners are not padded.
It fucking hurts no matter
The
what.
corners are not padded.
So I was definitely not jumping. It was not high, but I was
Yeah.
not jumping.
You're like, no, not risking it. It is a little scary.
Yeah. I like sunset time.
Me too, and I like that it's summertime,
Yeah.
but
It's officially summer.
yes, that it's late and the sun is setting now, not at 5 p.m.
But see, I don't like that though.
I love it.
I don't, because I feel like once it gets dark, I like to have a few hours to be with the darkness. But if you do that in the summer, it's like you can't be
it's
with the
like
dark
10
until
p.m.
9. And then you got to go to bed. And I'm like, but I need to like unwind for a few hours. So then it's 11. And then the sun comes back at 5, which means you only get 6 hours of dark.
Krystle, I will personally buy you a pair of sunglasses that you can wear inside the house to dim the
I'm
light.
a vampire. Yeah.
I'll buy you some blackout curtains and some sunglasses that aren't too dark that you can't see anything, but dark enough to like dim it.
I will say this. The reason I actually, like, as it gets closer to summer, the reason I look forward to like summer solstice so much is because that's the longest day of the year. And then after that, the days stay long for a little bit.
And then
And they start getting shorter again.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
yes. I literally track it on my phone.
that is wild.
I love it.
We are so opposite.
I can't wait till winter when we have like 14 hours of
Oh
darkness.
my gosh, we are so opposite. We are so opposite. That's funny.
I will say I think my favorite morning sunrise, sun morning, definitely spring. I feel like spring is perfect. Spring, you're perfect.
What about all the other seasons?
They come after spring. They're mid.
If the seasons were biotypes, what would they be?
Summer would be sanguine.
Not choleric?
Well, I don't know. Because people get ratchet in the summer.
Yeah, they do. It's like a carnival cruise up in the summer.
Okay, actually, yeah. Okay, so summers are sanguines. Winter's choleric because it's very cold and dry.
Oh, yeah. Spring is...
We have spring and fall.
I think spring is more phlegmatic.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because it's spring, it's new life, it's
Yeah.
flowers, it's gardening.
Yeah.
And then fall's very like goth. It's very melancholic.
And it's like more like,
Dark and mystic.
and also like you have to prep for winter, so it's a little more
Yeah.
analytical.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do. There you go.
There
There's
you
the
go.
seasons and biotypes.
I am the summer, baby.
I'm the winter.
No, you're spring.
Oh yeah.
But you're a false fire, so you're a winner.
I love both. It fits.
You are winter through spring.
Yep. That's my favorite right there.
Mhm.
If anyone wants to know their biotype, we welcome you to be a guest.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
We should have someone on for you to do a reading.
I would love to do that because you know. Okay, so here's another thing about me, and I think this kind of goes hand in hand with like me wanting to be more dominant in work. Is like Betsy used to call me Kachita, and that was like my coaching name, like Coach Kachita, and it's like she's definitely my alter ego.
Betsy is? No, Kachita.
Kachita.
Okay.
Coach Kachita. She's my alter ego.
Okay.
Like the no BS coaching that is a little confrontational.
Drunk
But she
Krystle.
gets the job done. Yeah, it's buzz coaching. I want to be more Kachita every day though. Yeah.
How you just have to slowly start incorporating Kachita, huh?
I'm working on it.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm working on embodying her.
Mm.
Yeah.
Channeling your inner Kachita.
Mm-hmm. I also, I don't know if it's related to Kachita, but I bought a running skirt.
Ooh, I love that.
I cannot wait to wear it. Lululemon has some just new colors and new items. And I saw it and I was like, that's so freaking cute. Technically, I think it's supposed to be for golfing, but I'm going to use it for running. It's so cute.
Very cute.
So
nice.
Are skirts still a thing? I don't care.
Yeah, I own 5 of them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do. You wear them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear it.
Well, I mean, you get the cuteness of a skirt,
Yes.
but the comfort of shorts.
Yep.
Who wouldn't want that?
I know.
Yeah, I would love to look cute and be girly in a skirt, but then not have to worry about mooning anyone if I bend over.
You know what it is?
In shorts.
Is I'm trying to figure out what's the balance between that cute Krystle and Kachita Krystle.
Why can't Kachita Krystle be cute?
No, Kachita Krystle is bad bitch Krystle.
Bad bitches can be cute.
But no, they can't. They're hot.
Oh, okay. Okay. Different vibe.
It's a different vibe. It's it's winter Krystle.
Oh, I see.
Cute Krystle is spring Krystle.
Okay. Spring. Okay, you're a siren.
I'm a siren.
Yeah.
What is that?
You cute Krystle reels them in, and then Kachita Krystle. Kachita Krystle goes in for the kill.
Is that a siren?
Yeah.
Like the mermaid?
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, because sirens lure in their victims.
And they eat them like vampires.
Yeah. Which we've already clearly discovered that you are.
Huh, I'm a siren. I'm going to have to look more into this now.
Yeah, you should.
I need to bring Kachita Krystle to work. That's my homework.
What does that look like? Going in buzzed? No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
I'm just kidding. Please don't do that.
It looks like my dominant self without having to defend myself. Which I think I can do now.
Nice. I love that. Yeah.
Go me.
Go
us.
Kachita. Oh, yeah. Go us.
Yeah.
Yay. Look
I
at
like
the
it.
growth.
I know. For real, though.
I'm just thinking about my commitment issues now. God damn it. It's you can't, there's sometimes you have blind spots to certain things, and it takes something to or someone to put it in front of you in your face multiple times
and
for you to see it.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm ready. I'm ready now.